In this section of the video, we will learn how to embellish a two-cut bangle. In our earlier video lessons, we have already learned how to wrap bangles using silk thread. Now we will move to the next step, which is embellishing the wrapped bangles using different decorative techniques. In bangle making, there are usually two primary techniques for the embellishments, gluing or stitching. And based on the client's requirements and design preferences, you can create different styles and patterns on the bangle. For example, here is a mirror work bangle. This design has been created using leaf-shaped mirrors along with thread wrapping for embellishment. The shape and style of the mirrors can also be matched with the client's outfit to create a coordinated look. Here is another example where the two-cut bangle has been fully designed using Kundan stones. With this technique, you can also draw inspiration directly from the client's outfit, just as we have done in the example. One important thing to remember is that design ideas cannot simply be taught. They develop over time through practice, experimentation, and observation. And that is why your main focus should always be on learning the base techniques and the elements which you can use in your designing of the bangle, like mirror work, Kundan work, Zardozi, sequins, bead, pearls, etc. And as you continue to practice these techniques, you will naturally begin to develop your own design ideas and creative styles. In this segment, we have already discussed the concept in our design aesthetics video lesson. So now you can easily start extracting design inspiration from the client's attire. You can also sketch the design on a piece of paper to get a clear idea of how you want the bangle to look before you begin embellishing. While planning the design, it is important to focus on colors, textures, and decorative elements so that the bangle complements the overall outfit. For example, in this case, I have taken inspiration from a lace pattern and used it as the base idea for the design. Now we will select suitable Kundan stones in different shapes or sizes and colors to embellish the bangle according to the design. As you can see, we have Kundan stones available in different sizes, which allows us to create more detailed and layered designs. For this purpose, we will need a few basic tools: glue, scissors, glue pad, pen stick. Using these tools, we will pick the Kundan stones neatly and attach them onto the bangle, gradually building the design and completing the embellishment. Now we will complete the Kundan design. In this pattern, I am using Kundan leaves along with round Kundan stones. Now I will continue attaching each Kundan one by one, following the same design pattern as above. Do not apply too much glue. Use only a small amount, just enough for the Kundan to securely attach to the bangle without falling off. First, we will tear a small piece of the glue pad. Roll it into a small ball and press it onto the tip of the pen stick. With the help of this tool, we can easily pick up the Kundan stones and place them neatly on the glue applied to the bangle. Slowly continue filling the entire bangle with the Kundan design. In the beginning, work slowly and patiently. With practice, your speed and confidence will naturally improve. By observing the design carefully, you can see that the next Kundan stone will be positioned slightly towards the lower side. So, the direction of the glue application should also follow the same placement. At times, you may need to slightly adjust the stones in between. For proper placement ensures that the final finish looks neat, balanced, and visually appealing. Continue the same process until the entire bangle is filled and the design is complete. Once finished, allow the bangle to rest for at least 4 hours so that the glue can set properly and securely. Now we will learn mirror and thread work. Here I have a 2-cut bangle, and on this I have used a leaf-shaped mirror. In your kit, you may have received either a leaf shape or a round mirror. Mirrors are available in many different shapes and sizes in the market. You will also have a thread in your kit. Mirror work is very popular among customers in Gujarat, Mumbai, Delhi, especially during Navratri season. Now, in this section, we will learn how to embellish a 2-cut bangle. The process for creating this design is quite similar. If you are preparing a custom bangle set for a client, you can design it by matching or contrasting it with the client's attire. First, apply glue on the wrapped bangle base and then place the mirror on top of the glue. Gently press it down and avoid touching it for about 5 minutes so that it can set properly. Make sure that you pay attention to the mirror placement. If you want to place mirrors with some spacing, like I have done in the video, you can select 4 circular points, equal circular points around the bangle. Allow the glue to dry completely before starting the next step of the mirror work. If the glue is still wet, it may spread onto the mirror surface, which will be difficult to clean. Now that the mirror is dry, we can move on to the next step of embellishment. So at this stage, you can use thread, Zardozi or chains or anything that you prefer. First, you attach a ready-made chain like a stone chain, pearl chain or a ball chain, etc., and around the full edge of the mirror using glue. Cut the chain using a cutter according to the required size and glue it around the mirror. In this demonstration, a little extra glue came out, but you should try to apply the glue carefully in smaller amounts. You can also use glue cones, which are easily available in the market, and they help to create thin and controlled glue lines, making the work neater. Next, we will use Zardozi. Now, Zardozi is quite stretchy and fragile, and if you pull too hard, it can get damaged. So make sure that you handle it carefully. Now cut the extra portion using the cutter and then apply the glue on the final edge and press it gently for a few seconds so that it sets properly. Zardozi will take some time to set properly, so make sure that you press it with your finger. Pearls, I feel personally they look more attractive on with the mirror work as compared to Zardozi. Now let us use Now let us use thread. Using the same technique, apply glue around the mirror and then place the thread along the edge. You can also add seed beads or normal beads as well around the mirror along with the thread, or you can stitch it or you can glue it. Personally, I feel stitching gives it more durability on the bangles, and I would like to repeat once again that there is no rule book here. If the beads are colorful and contrasting well with the base of the bangle, the design can look very beautiful and vibrant. You are always free to experiment with your own creative ideas. If you want to create a Navratri inspired or maybe a boho style look, you can continue adding more mirrors just like I have done in this design.